Hey guys and gals, here we have Andrea's Theater School by LEGO Friends. This is set number 41714, contains 1154 pieces, and as you can tell this box is huge. So it looks like we get to make what appears to be a fold-up theater. Looks like we get some seating, and the figures are, if I'm pronouncing this correctly, Freya, Ollie, Professor Adrian, and Andrea. And I'm hoping that's real cloth there. Pretty cool. And here's the back. And I'm trying to make this look like a modular. So let's see how that goes. And what do I see in here? Looks like stickers. So we don't know until we open up the set and see the build, but it looks pretty fun. This box is a little bit on the dark side. Maybe I should use a different phrase for that one, but the dark side, it's a little bit dark. I think it's just trying to simulate what it looks like in a theater. But let's head over to the Lego table and see what this looks like. Here is the assembly theater all folded up, and the facade on this looks really beautiful. Nice, beautiful front. The trim, the moldings. Unfortunately, there are stickers. So these two inserts here are stickers, as well as the banner above the door. And this is a sticker. We have a ticket tile here that's actually printed, so that's probably the only piece that's printed. Now, this looks like a nice, beautiful modular, but looks can be deceiving. So we're going to rotate this thing around here. And now, starting right here, it starts looking a little shabby. And here's the back. It's obviously open for playability. We have two scene cards that come with this. I'll just pull these out and show them to you now. And we'll take a look at the interior stuff in a bit. So you get a day and a night scene. And looks like the cast is kind of taking a snooze there after a long day. Sometimes getting these back in can be a bit of a chore. Like I said, we'll do a close-up tour in a bit. So we do have a little bathroom here in the bottom left. Two makeup areas. Well, actually, these are wig areas. A little storage area. So down here we have ourselves an organ, a little green cloud thing, a tree costume, and a microphone stand and some other stuff in there. And we got a trash can full of accessories. We got some props in this chest and the makeup studio. So it's pretty cool. And this is a fully playable set. Here's the other side. No, I forgot to mention the doors. So there is doors with doorknobs that fall off. And no, I'm not going to script that like other people do. That's what these reviews are for. So there's even one with the bathroom too, but as you can tell, that's a pretty tight fit. Now, this model does open up. It looks like a modular. Obviously you can tell it's not. This could be converted into one, but this opens up pretty easily to reveal the interior. So this is a fully playable model. So we do have the entry into the theater. Now this is not meant to be played with while it's closed. And we have a row of seating here. This is just very simple. Just pops right out. And the curtains. So how do we open these up? You just turn these little knobs here. Okay, so now they both run independently. So let's see if we can do this here. And honestly, I was pretty hesitant about this idea at first. I thought, well, this is probably not going to work very well. But it does work pretty nice, actually. And of course we have our staff here. So we got a few cast members obviously taking a topple. So I believe, well, oh, where you go? No, you don't need to lose your hair over that. I believe that her name is Freya. She comes with the set. She has a little radio. And here we have Professor Adrian, I believe. It's got the bullhorn. And for the most part, this is pretty fancy. Now, there is a lot of small pieces putting this together. If you're not a fan of small pieces or stickers, this is probably a set you want to stay away from. But It is a fully playable model, and it's probably one of the nice friend sets I've ever seen. Just like the other one that I reviewed. They're making these more complete. This is pretty close to being complete here. Also, we got these two VIP areas. I'm not sure what these are called. If anybody can clarify and tell me what these up here, I just call them VIP booths, you know. And they got some loudspeakers and some lights and such. And I believe that these right here, you can attach the speakers to these Technic bricks with ball. So, no, we have, what's her name again? I forgot. Well, I shouldn't forget, she's the star of the show. She's Andrea. And we got Ollie with his man bun. Yeah, let's take a look here. We'll take a closer look at all this in a bit. So, looks like he's ready to read his script. Well, I guess he wants to take a nap. And then that's Andrea. She's got binoculars, and she's got her playbook as well. And honestly, though, putting this together was real fun. You know, despite it being a friend set and all, I enjoyed putting this together. It's got a lot of detail for just being a friend set. Usually you look at these and you kind of snub your nose to them, but this one's pretty good. The only drawback is the stickers. That's the only thing I can think of. Let's pull out some of the accessories here in the back. Pull that in there. Somebody must have fell over. So, popping these out, you get this little bush green cloud thing. Here's the little organ. So these fold down for storage. And we got ourselves a little tree costume. This does come off, so there's the stand. And you can't just bring it out, poke it, it'll fall out. We got ourselves a nice little microphone stand. And the last prop here is the guitar. Now, you could have a lot of fun with this. And what I mean by that is, before we take a really good close-up look, let's say that you have somebody here that's just not doing their job. They're not singing very well. Let's grab Ollie, for example, because he looks very suspicious. The girls just love him, but, you know, he's trying to sing his best. We'll put him right on the center of the stage here if he'll stay up. Well, let's take his script out, and that is stickered. It's not printed. So let's say he's trying his best. Well, I forgot to mention the overhead light and cloud. That does fall. You know, I'm going to leave all that in. I know some people script these, but we are not going to do that here. First thing is, put the cloud back in there. So obviously, the thing knows he's going to be a bad singer or a performer, but let's say we didn't know that, and we set this in here like that. Okay, he's singing, his voice is cracking, he's just obviously not good at it at all. Well, there's a trap door in here. Okay, Ollie, we've had enough. You just didn't make the cut, you're not the next idol. And just, he goes into the storage room, never to be heard from again. And of course this just pushes back up and you pop that in there. So it's pretty cool. So it is a fully playable model. Now this would be great for a younger builder or even a teenage builder. You know, so this would be great for pretty much an any age builder. Lots of accessories, you get 4 figures, and I could see this being used for a lot. I know some people have said they're using this for a certain minifigure series. And I'm sure you can come up with something pretty clever with this. You could just change out some of these colors and make this look really snazzy. Now, as far as for this being dropped into a Lego city, could it be done, you know, if you were to fix this up and close this up a bit, you could probably do it. I don't think you'd be able to buy another one of these and do that, but just take some of these tan bricks and kind of match the facade. I'm sure you can probably really clean this up. It looks like a modular, and I think that's what Lego's going for with these newer Friend sets. It's a good introduction into modular, but it's still far from that. But nonetheless, though, lots of accessories. And I mean, the build quality was really good, you know, especially with everything falling down and stuff. That's what you'd experience in a real theater. Especially for some that just seem like they're not really cooperating. You know, some just don't want to sit up, so that tells me they're probably been practicing a bit too much. But yeah, honestly, I'm happy. The only thing I'm disappointed with is the stickers. Build quality's pretty good. It kept my interest. It wasn't boring. Nothing repetitive. The curtains, pretty cool. And yeah, well, let's take a closer look at everything. Okay, so here we have the little organ. And the top part of the organ is just some rocker bearing plates and some gold candle pieces. Here's the microphone stand, the guitar, the tree costume. So you do at least get a complete costume in here. Here's that script that Ollie was holding, and the green cloud piece. So there's the entry point into the theater and the ticket booth. There's that printed ticket sticker. Well, printed ticket. I need to get a few of those for my personal collection. So here's the crew. So here we have the professor and Ollie, Andrea and Freya. And despite this being caked with stickers, it looks really good. Even these two things, it says Assembly Theater is stickered. So the whole point about these is to see what kind of features we get in these sets, and could it be used for other things. You know, I'm not just doing just a plain old review. I wish those were printed though. Get a lamp post. So this is how the back of this is held together. We'll pull these out here too. They're just basically mosaics. So there is plenty of space for accessories. And here we just get a broom and an umbrella. So there's more props in there. Here's a little tiny bathroom. Now this is kind of backwards. The toilet should have been here and the sink should have been closer to the door, because nobody wants to walk in on someone. This door doesn't have a lock. And yes, I was cringing when I was putting stickers on this green-blue door, but I had to. This whole thing was just caked with stickers. So you get a lot of props in here just for this being a Friend set. There's a little makeup area. Here's the other part of the front. And I'll close it up and show you how easy it is. So closing this up is pretty simple. First thing we got to do is move everything out of the way. You could pack it up in here. I'll show you how it goes. So we're just going to rake everybody out of the way. You can put the seats right in here. They'll sit right on the top. And then you can swing these together, but not all the way. Don't close them all the way. And hard to do this stuff with only one hand. And this stick will go inside this holder. So it just guides right on in there. And then you would just lock it in place. And it looks like a nice little modular. I like the little heart tiles on the top here. And the gold scrolly things. I mean, it looks like a really nice theater. It's obviously not big. You walk right on in. Let's say you open these doors up. You're already right in there. Yeah. But this would be a nice little set for you know, a beginner to intermediate builder. I like the curtains. Oh, these are not supposed to stick out, so what do? You just push these back in here. We could see how this looks on the inside here. It's pretty tight. And this is meant to be played with while it's open. And there's the light that fell on Ollie. So this just rests up here on these wall elements. So yeah, that's how it fell down. It shouldn't have fell down, but I must not have had it sitting in there right. And you can turn these this way to close the drapes, or if you're in a hurry like me, just and you're done too. I wouldn't recommend doing that, but yeah, I mean, cloth drapes, trap doors. In fact, this would make a good opera house. Just clean it up a bit, maybe make it into a modular. Other than that though, you could even get 2 of these and expand on this and make it even bigger. But it is a nice set nonetheless. Just the stickers turned me off.